Afternoon viewers, welcome to video 3 on my Ford Escort restoration project. Just thought I'd show you how far we got. I gave in end eventually and I decided to take that wing off. Quite surprised at how good it were behind that wing. So what I've done now, painted everything with Victan. Most people know it as Cure Rust, but I buy Victan. It's exactly the same stuff, but it's a lot cheaper. So I Vic'd out all bad, and tomorrow I'm going to start and put some metal back in where I've had to chop it all out where it were rotten as a pear. So yeah, that's where outer sill should have been. Inner sill should have been on there, and that's return on floor. That's missing in places because it had just rotted away. But tomorrow we'll start and stick some metal back in, put some strength back in it. Rest of the floor is not looking too bad really. Rear spring hanger's got a hole in it there, so spring's going to have to come out, and most of that rear spring hanger's going to have to be repaired because it's a notorious spot on these, and this one's no different. It's in a rectangle. So yeah, just a quick update on how far I've got. What I've opted to do is I've took wing off of that because I weren't right happy with it. I've put that wing on here. So there were a few dents in it. I'd already bought a new one. There, that's rubbed down now, prepped and ready for paint. So that can go on van now, and van wing is now on here. So there's a bit of swapping and changing going off, but yes, steady progress. Also, I've finally got my hair cut. Should have mentioned that in video 2, but I forgot all about it. See you in a bit, fellas. Afternoon viewers, welcome to video 3 on this Ford Escort van restoration and modification video. Just a small update on where we've got. It's all slow progress, as you know, because we found out how bad it were last week. So where have I got to? Well, because I found out how bad it were, I've had to have a swap round. Escort what's donating engine and gearbox has been kicked outside under polytunnel for now. That's saloon, well, 5-door hatchback anyway. And van has been brought indoors because it's looks like been a lot longer project than I thought. Brought it indoors mainly because I don't want it to spend outside with a lot of bumping and banging and welding going off when neighbours want to be spending some time out in the garden. So I thought if I brought it in here it might be a bit quieter on neighbours. But as you can see, we've made a bit of progress on stripping engine bay. all air filters gone. It's all disconnected now. It's just about ready to drop, this motor. Only thing what's holding it in now is engine mounts and drive shafts. So later on I'm going to pop drive shafts, radiators out. That's bright, that sun. Right, I've popped radiators out. Yeah, all wiring's disconnected. I did get to finish tacking that sill on, what I started last week. I don't know if you can see where I've tacked it on, but I've got to finish seam welding it in between each tack. But as you can see, it's a lot neater doing butt welds than that lap weld what they'd done. It's just been spot welded or plugged welded, whatever you want to call it, all the way along that bottom edge. But yeah, as you saw, that inner sill were absolutely rotted away to now. I tried all over to get a brand new inner sill, and they don't do them for this Mark 6 van. So what I had to buy, I bought a pair of Mark 4 van inner sills. So this is for other side, because no doubt when I get to chop that off, passenger side's going to need a sill, an inner sill as well as outer sill. So yeah, I bought a pair. But like I said, these aren't for this actual model, and I've had to modify them to get them to fit. But at least I did film all this, but well, I thought I was filming it, but battery gone flat on my phone, so that's what I've tucked inside outer sill, and it's added strength back to it what we're missing with that rotten inner sill. But like I say, I couldn't get genuine Mark 6 van parts, so these are out at Mark 4 van actually inner sill. But yeah, that one's passenger side, but driver side is already done. So I've removed I took spare wheel out, and this is cradle that's cradle what supported spare wheel, and God, it's as rotten as a flaky thing. Sorry, I went a bit quick there with camera. But yeah, this is in a bad way. So I'm going to try and get a second hand better one. If not, I shall have to take this to work. I don't think it's worth shot blasting. I think if I shot blasted it at work there'd be no left on it. But yeah, so that's in a tangle. Spare wheel didn't fare much better either. So that's spare wheel what we're under back at van, and I'll get it out of bright sunlight. It is scabby, scabby's wheel never no more. Obviously been slung underneath and covered in salt every winter, but tyre is absolutely bang on. It's not perished. It's got spot on grip, but I'm swapping wheels off at other car anyway, so it don't really matter, because I'm putting their 14-inch on car on 1800 Z-Tech, and these are only 13s. So if I left 13s on and put 1.8 Z-Tech out at car with air engine and boxing, speedo won't read right with 13-inch wheels, so 14-inch wheels have got to come off the other one anyway. So yeah, slow progress. I've pulled seats out. I've not got round to taking floor mat up yet. I'm plucking courage up to do that. But I've pulled seats out. It's not looking promising under here. It's horrible, and it's absolutely soaking wet under this rubber mat. So that's not helped matters. What I think's happened is, I don't know if heater matrix has been leaking. Rubber mat ain't in bad nick apart from where driver's feet's been. But rest of the rubber mat, passenger side's lovely. So I don't know if heater matrix has been leaking and it's soaked flow through. That's where jack and wheel brace should mount there. Or if door seals have been leaking, or windscreen rubber's been leaking. But what has been gaining somewhere under here, and it's filled it with water. So I'm going to pull that mat out shortly and we'll investigate just how bad this floor is. But back part of that, apart from one shock absorber top mount, ain't that bad. It's a bit of surface rust. That's pretty bad there. That's not so good. But a lot of it is surface rust. That's horrendous. So that's going to be a patch. That's where the top shock absorber mount goes. So that is going to be some work. This side isn't so bad. A bit bad there. Yeah. And other thing what were absolutely rotten solid. I've cleaned it up, but I wasted my time really. This is spare wheel cage clamp. Well, you loosen this down to drop cage down and it's absolutely rock solid. So I'm going to have to cut that bolt out, re-drill and tap that, and then get another bolt because it's absolutely solid. But yeah, these are trials and tribulations of old vans. So that's where I've got for now. I've dropped exhaust down, but I've not got it out altogether yet. It's just on floor, but it's trapped there. So I've got to drop diesel tank down. That'll free exhaust up. I can take exhaust off, and yeah, we'll get some further investigation. But I'm going to call that a bit it for now, and I'll get back to you when I've done a bit more work. Well, I've cracked on a bit further with van. Got back doors off now. It's not too scabby, it's not brilliant, but it's not through, so at least it shouldn't want plating. They're two back doors. They're in quite good fettle really. I've still not got rest of carpet out yet because dasher's got to come. Well, it's not carpet, it's actually rubber mat. Because dasher's got to come out first, and I'm not looking forward to that job. But we've made progress under the bonnet. Donkey's gone. We've pulled old donkey out. That was quite easy. Here she is. It's in quite good nick really. Virtually no oil leaks. When I bought it, it had allegedly had a new timing belt and water pump on, but I always take that with a pinch of salt. So while engine were out, I whipped that cover off and had a nosy underneath, and true to the word, they have put a brand new water pump and timing belt on, which is a shame because it got ripped out not 2 minutes after. Back axle's off, that's in a right angle. So yeah, that definitely looks like it's spent its time on Titanic. So there's a lot of cleaning to do there. That was the biggest pain to get off. That were old bolts were absolutely rotten solid. So yeah, some fun and games there, I can tell you. What else can I tell you? Right, on further investigation, I did say I thought battery tray were going to be in pretty good nick, and it had been undersealed, but they put absolutely dollops of underseal on, which always makes me wary. So I had half an hour scraping underseal off, and as you can see, my fears were that part of battery tray is alright, but there's a hole there. This goes straight through into passenger footwell, so any water that gets down here drips all over your feet. So there's a hole there, where are we? Hole there. That's hole there, and all that's rotten across there. So that's going to be an interesting job, trying to plate that. I was thinking again a body cut from breaker's yard to just take full, rather than bugger about, because it's such an uneven shape. Rather than bugger about, I thought just get a full body cut and plate all lot in. But the trouble is, all them in scrapyard are in exactly the same state or worse. So it's going a bit thin there. So I'm going to have a ponder about that. That's not going to be a walk in park, sorting that out. So yeah, but that's where I've got to up to now. Like I say, it's not going to be a rush job, this one. It's there's a lot of work ahead, but I've got time on my hands, so yeah. Another part what were absolutely rotten were there's a support bracket for front bumper, not front bumper, for radiator, and that were in a right angle. That's one at Wishbones. Absolutely cruddy as hell. But these, when you fit a second-handed, they only come in black primer, and they look alright when they're brand new, but first rain what you have, and they finish up like that. They finish up in a right angle. Right, I'll just go and find that support bracket and we'll have a look at it. Right guys, this is that radiator support bracket. I've actually gone over it with wire brush, believe it or not, but rust is just, it's horrendous. Fortunately, one saloon outside, because it's only done 34,000 miles, whatever it is, it's in a lot better fettle than this, so I'm going to swap these. I'm not even going to bother trying to do out with this, because it's such a, it's just beyond worth buggering about with. But everything else is just rotten and all. They're front brake assemblies, and they're front suspension legs. Near side drive shaft were alright, but driver's side, offside drive shaft, one at Knuckles were buggered. Now when I was driving it, it did have, it drove nice, but there were a bit of a rough spot, and I thought it was one of engine mounts what were gone, but I think it were that one of them CV joints what were buggered. Because if you look in there, I'm not going to touch that, keep things short. But if you look in there, that part is actually broke off. part of that started to break up. So I think that's what was causing it to be a bit of an harsh ride. But yeah, that's spare wheel cage. That's same, absolutely scabby as hell. Right, I'm going to call that an end to what video are you in now? This is video 3, innit? That's fuel tank what's come out. Diesel fuel tank and petrol injection to fuel tanks are totally different. So in that box I've got a brand new old stock fuel injection van fuel tank, because they're all different, which makes it a nightmare. But anyway, back to where I were. Right, call this an end to video 3. Don't look like I've done a lot. It's not a lot to look at, but wrestling that engine out on my own and that back axle were no walking park. So yeah, we're making steady progress, slow but sure. Thanks for sticking with me. I know it's not my usual style, normally camper vans, but I hope it's giving you a bit of interesting content to watch on a Sunday afternoon. So thanks for all my subscribers, thanks for all my thumbs up. I would appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you like this video, because this series isn't proving as popular as my camper van build, so it all helps with me algorithms. So yeah, hope to see you in the next video, and I've probably got a bit more done. Thanks for watching, fellas. See you later.